The wind howls a mournful song through the skeletal branches of the ancient woods. Leaves brittle and dry skitter across the forest floor like tiny, frightened creatures. In the distance, an owl's lonely call pierces the suffocating silence. Night has swallowed the forest whole, its inky blackness pressing in from all sides. The shadows, once familiar shapes, now stretch into monstrous, grasping fingers, their tips curling around the small, isolated cabin where our story begins. Inside, the family huddles together, a fragile bastion against the encroaching dark. Hearts pound a frantic, unified rhythm in the oppressive quiet. Each beat a drumbeat heralding the arrival of something ancient and powerful. The Moonkeeper's presence, an unseen weight, looms closer, its chilling aura seeping through the very walls of their sanctuary. Mars, whose voice carries the resonant depth of centuries, breaks the tense silence. His tone, usually steady and commanding, is laced with a rare thread of unease. We've waited centuries for this moment, and yet, fear still grips me. He feels the tremor in his own ancient hands, a sensation he hasn't known for lifetimes. The anticipation of this prophesied night is a physical thing, a cold knot in his gut. He looks at the others, his family, bound not by blood but by fate, and sees his own apprehension mirrored in their eyes. The air is thick with unspoken questions, with the ghosts of past warnings, and the heavy burden of their shared destiny. Lian's voice, a soft, mysterious whisper, cuts through the tension like a silver thread in a dark tapestry. Fear is a guide, not a chain. Listen, all of you, he speaks in riddles. Her calm is a strange counterpoint to the growing panic. She's always been the anchor, the one who sees patterns where others see only chaos. She urges them to focus, to push past the primal terror and hear the message hidden within the encroaching dread. She knows the Moonkeeper is not a creature of simple malice. His purpose is far more complex, woven into the fabric of their very existence. The forest itself seems to hold its breath, waiting for their response, for their decision to either cower or listen. The former, a being of primal strength and unwavering loyalty, lets out a low, protective growl that rumbles through the cabin floor. And we listen, but we don't obey. His words are a promise, a declaration of defiance. He is their shield, their protector, and he will not let them be pawns in some cosmic game, no matter how powerful the player. His gaze sweeps over his family, lingering on the youngest, Zika, and his resolve hardens like granite. They will face what is coming, but on their own terms. Suddenly, a new sound joins the symphony of the night, the distinct crunch of leaves under footsteps, but there is no one there. An invisible presence circles the cabin, and a faint, rhythmic hum begins, like a disembodied heartbeat, growing steadily louder, more insistent. Zika, the child of the group, presses closer to Mars, their small voice a nervous, trembling whisper that barely disturbs the air. Mars, why does he sound hollow? The child's perception is pure, untainted by the cynicism of age, and they hear the truth in the hum, an emptiness, a void at the core of the Moonkeeper's being. The sound isn't just a noise. It's an echo from a place beyond their understanding, a place devoid of warmth and life. Mars looks down at the child, his ancient eyes filled with a somber wisdom, because he exists between worlds, little one, between life and shadow. He tries to explain the inexplicable, the nature of a being who is neither living nor dead, but something else entirely, a warden of the veil that separates realms. As if sensing the proximity of this liminal being, the family's animal companions react. Fluffy, the cat, arches its back, a low, guttural hiss vibrating in its chest. Zoe, the dog, lets out a series of sharp, tense barks, her body rigid with alert defiance, staring into the darkness at something only she can see. Just as the tension inside the cabin reaches its breaking point, a new sound pierces the night, the faint, echoing toll of chimes, both beautiful and deeply unsettling. As their ethereal notes fade, an unnatural stillness falls over the forest. The wind dies. The rustling leaves fall silent. The very air seems to grow solid, heavy with anticipation. And then, from the edge of the clearing, a figure steps into the pale moonlight. It is the Moonkeeper. His dark cloak flutters around him, though there is no breeze to move it. His face is a canvas of shadow, completely hidden within the depths of his hood. But 2 points of light burn where his eyes should be, glowing silver embers that seem to peer directly into their souls. His voice, when he speaks, is not a sound but an experience. It echoes from all directions at once, a ghostly, multi-layered tone that feels both ancient and immediate. Children of twilight, tonight the veil thins. The eclipse your true power awakens or your world will fall. The words hang in the air, each one a stone dropped into the still pool of their reality, the ripples spreading out to touch every fear they hold. It's not a threat, but a statement of cosmic fact, a prophecy delivered by its own harbinger. Maz, recovering first, steps forward, his own voice, a low hiss, sharp with defiance and tension. What do you want from us? He demands an answer, a reason for this celestial intrusion into their lives. The Moonkeeper's glowing eyes seem to narrow. Balance. You were chosen not for yourselves, but for the harmony of the night. Zika lets out a soft, trembling gasp, their young mind grappling with the immense weight of the Moonkeeper's words. Harmony with what? The question is innocent, yet it cuts to the very heart of their struggle. For centuries, they have lived on the fringes, defined by their separation from the world, by the things they must hide from and fear. Leanne, her voice still a calm and mysterious whisper, provides the answer they all dread. With the shadows. With what we've feared all along. Her words are a revelation. Their destiny is not to fight the darkness, but to integrate with it, to find a place within the very thing they thought was their enemy. The father's growl rumbles again, no longer just protective, but filled with a new, grim resolve. We will face it, together. It is a vow, a pact renewed in the face of the ultimate trial. As if on cue, a low, distant rumble of thunder shakes the ground. A mystical hum, deeper and more powerful than the heartbeat before, swells in the air, and the wind, which had fallen silent, returns with a vengeance. Swirling around the cabin in a chaotic vortex. High above, the cosmic drama begins. The dark disk of the eclipse starts, its slow, inexorable creep across the face of the moon, painting the world in stark, otherworldly shades of silver and black. And as the light changes, the family feels it a pulse, a thrumming energy that seems to emanate from the very soil beneath their feet. It's like the heartbeat of the forest itself, a living, breathing entity, and its rhythm is a language of its own. A call, a warning, and an awakening, all at once. The power coursing through them is terrifying and exhilarating. It is the magic of the deep woods, the raw energy of the night, now unlocked by the celestial alignment. Mars straightens his shoulders, the last vestiges of fear burned away by a surge of resolute power. His voice is deep, unwavering, a challenge to fate itself. Then let it come. Let the night decide. He accepts the terms. He accepts their role. He accepts the battle for balance. Zika, still trembling but now infused with a sliver of newfound courage, looks up at the others, their small voice filled with a desperate hope. We're ready, right? It's a question seeking reassurance, a child's plea for certainty in a world that has just been turned upside down. Leanne places a calming hand on their shoulder, her own voice, a firm, steady promise that anchors them all, always, together. The wind outside intensifies into a gale, carrying on its currents the faint, mournful echo of a distant wolf howl and a chorus of ghostly, whispering voices that seem to speak just at the edge of hearing. The world holds its breath in a final, dramatic pause before the plunge, and so, as the eclipse rose to its zenith, casting the forest in an ethereal, twilight glow, the family braced themselves. They stood together, a small, defiant constellation against the vast, indifferent night, ready to face the darkness within and without. Ready for a night that would change everything, forever. The darkness wasn't just coming for them anymore. They were becoming part of it. The legend of the family was about to be rewritten, not in ink, but in shadow and moonlight. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey into the heart of the woods. If you felt the chill of the night and the pulse of the forest, don't forget to like this video and hit that subscribe button. We have so many more stories to tell, and you won't want to miss what happens when the next shadow falls. Follow us for more tales from the twilight. Until next time, stay safe, and listen to the whispers on the wind.